It's Section Championship Week in Minnesota High School basketball. Tonight on CCX, a Section 5 3A title game featuring the Monticello Magic and the Totino-Grace Eagles. From St. Michael Albertville High School, John Jacobson along with Greg Miller and Greg Totino-Grace. No stranger to big games, right? 3-time defending state champions. These guys know what it's like to play in a pressure game like a section final.
They do, but they have some young players too. And they have a nice mix of seniors like Chase Watley and some other guys and some younger players too. So you never know in a section final game, you know, if the game's tight at the end, it's pressure for everybody.
Monticello 24-4. They've had an outstanding season, Greg, winning the Mississippi 8, trying to get to state for the first time in 4 years, and certainly big for their basketball community to have this opportunity to play against the Eagles.
And we can already see their community's coming out big. They have a lot of fans here, a lot more than Totino I see right now at this point. But Monticello's got a big basketball tradition. You know, they've had a couple Mr. Basketballs back in the 90s. They've been to state quite a few times, and you know, I think they like the idea that they're the underdogs and they can try to shock the world tonight.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Monticello. Jackson Sirocco, good-sized senior player, and he'll be tough to stop tonight, I think, for Totino-Grace.
Yeah, Nick is, Carroll, the coach of Totino, said that he is somebody who can definitely give them problems inside, and he's not just he's 6'6", he's big, but he can also step out and shoot the three, so he's going to be an issue for them.
And for Totino-Grace, Chase Watley has had a terrific season and really a great career at TG.
One of the best players in the state of Minnesota, Division I recruit going to Wolford. He can do it all. He can lead the team off the bounce. He can hit shots, rebound, play defense. And they're going to have to pressure the guards of Monticello, take them out of their stuff, and he'll be one of the key guys doing that.
Monticello definitely the underdog, so what's the key for them, Greg, to get a victory over the Eagles?
I think handling the defensive pressure. What Totino's going to bring at them, they haven't seen all season in their league. And if they can handle it, if their guards can handle that, maybe with some coaching strategies to get the ball in the middle of the floor, keep from being trapped and stuff like that, then if they gain confidence as the game goes on, they got a chance. But I really like Totino-Grace in this game. I think they're the decided favorite.
It's a big night for section basketball across the state, and we have this one for you tonight. The 5-3A title game, Monticello, Totino-Grace next here on CCX.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
Evening in St. Michael's. We get ready for 5-3A basketball championship night. Monticello and Totino-Grace here. The crowd filling in here at SDMA High School, a neutral site for the final. Monticello fans all fired up for this one as they take on the number 1 seed from Totino-Grace. Sean Jacobson, Greg Miller back with you for tonight's championship game. Look at the bracket in 5-3A. Totino-Grace putting 100 up on St. Francis in the quarterfinals, and then a 20-point win over crosstown rival Fridley in the semis. Monticello advancing with the wins over Big Lake and Becker in the semifinals to get to tonight's game. Starters for tonight's matchup between the Magic and the Eagles: Singer, Dollard, Nevin, Sirocco, and Dybel for Monticello. It's 3 seniors, a junior and a sophomore, and for Totino-Grace, Hill, Jacob Watley, Janambola, and Ferris. 3 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore on that side as well. Janambola to jump here against Sirocco. We are underway. First possession for Totino-Grace.
Little set play here to start the game. Got a nice look for Chase Watley, but he missed a three.
Drive, and a kick back out on the pass. 3-point try for Dollard, not good. And rebounded by Shatambola. Into the front court comes Malachi Hill. Excuse me, Greg.
That was nice action there by Monticello. They got what they wanted out of it. I think Totino wants to pressure him a lot more than they did in that first possession.
Shatambola, a little fade away, not good. And the rebound to Braden Dollard, 6'1 senior, walk it up here for the Magic.
Early in the game, Totino-Grace is not attacking the offensive glass, but it's just 2 possessions. I suspect that they will be attacking more.
Drive here in the land. First points of the game. Trey Singer.
And Coach Nick was, he was definitely concerned about Singer being able to break him down off the dribble. He just did it there.
Watley ran into a defender, lost the ball. Turnover. Magic back the other way. Turning and scoring is Sirocco in traffic.
Great defense by Sirocco. Had his hands up. And, I like the no call. It wasn't a charge or a block. And that put them off to the races.
Oh, almost another steal. Yes, they do get it. Great pick by Singer diving for the ball. Magic fans into it early. And a blocking foul whistled against Malachi Hill.
That's a nice start for Monticello. Totino, I've watched him a few times over the last few years, and this happens every once in a while, and they usually get it together.
Lob comes in to Sirocco.
It's definitely easier coming into this game being the underdog, especially if you're a team that's won 24 games and you're still considered the underdog, or 22 game.
Right, Hill was right on Singer and a little too aggressive there. Picks up quickly, Greg. His second foul in the first 2 minutes of the game.
And then, we talked to Coach Carroll, and he said their game plan is to get them out of their offense and get them to play one-on-one. And they did that, but they fouled. So that's the danger of trying to pressure up on a guy who's a good player.
Jalen Hines, a 6'3 sophomore, number 3 in. Hill's got to take an early seat on the bench, so we'll see how that affects the game.
And their depth is already tested with a couple guys out today.
Chapman's out there. Bank shot in. 2 more. Sirocco, again, their top scorer, averaging over 17 a game. 6-0 Magic to start.
Sirocco's a nice player. He's got big body and he's got skill.
Open in the corner for 3 as Vince Jacob comes off. Gets the rebound, though. It's tapped out to him. Step back, and Shatambola misses on the 3. Monticello basketball.
And Totino's had to Totino-Grace has had to settle for a lot of jumpers so far instead of being able to take the ball to the rim. I think that's something that they're going to definitely want to address as this game goes on and try to get to the foul line. And Monticello is trying to pack the paint and make them shoot, it looks like.
Reese Nebben with the ball. Puts it on the deck, puts the shot up, short. Pretty well defended there by Hines, and rebounded to the Eagles.
Yeah, good team defense. They didn't fall for the guy who's coming up to the top of the key to be a decoy.
Watley's got to give the ball up to Jacob. Back to Watley in the corner. Puts up a contested shot, and getting a piece of it was a Singer on the defense.
Trey Singer having a nice start to this game, taking it to the rack, playing with a lot of enthusiasm and quickness. Tell he's fired up.
Lost his balance, able to get the pass off. Missed 3 ball. Scramble for the loose ball. We get a tie-up. It'll be Monticello basketball.
Yeah, early in this game, you can tell Monticello is super motivated, being the underdog, and again, an underdog who's won a lot of games and has a lot of pride in their program. They've had a lot of success over the years, and they're probably thinking, no one thinks we can win, but we know we can win.
Singer will throw it out top to Sirocco and then into the hands of Dollard. Back to Trey Singer. Totino-Grace still without a point here in the first 3.5 minutes of play. Singer puts it on the deck. Pull-up shot, not good, and Watley rebounds. Thought he was going to take it all the way to the basket and pulled up. Misses a short jumper. Shatambola started to back down his defender, then back out to Watley. Back to his Shatambola. On Sirocco, turning. Pretty good defense there. Has to give it up again to Watley. Jadamboa, great cut by Veras, and then a block on the baseline. Tried to get the lay-in there for Will Ferris, and again, well defended. Sirocco faked the three.
With Sirocco's height, they're able to guard on one-on-one in the post. That's a big advantage.
Singer. Ball knocked away by Watley on the floor, and it's turnover for the Magic. Watley has it. Trying to take it up. Shot gets partially blocked. Ferris gets blocked by Nevin. All the way, a Singer to the hoop. Timeout, Totino-Grace. It is 8-0 Monticello.
Monticello playing some great defense, team defense. Guy came over from the weak side to get that block. Also, they've been holding their ground really nice. TG is doing a good job on defense themselves for the most part. They've given up some turnovers for fast breaks.
The blocked there from behind on the putback attempt by Ferris, and then the finish at the other end by Singer.
And Nevin, a 6'2 junior, had some ups, came over and got that nice block.
Well, it gives you nothing but confidence, right? Even if you feel like you're coming in and can compete with this team, when you're going against the three-time defending state champion, and obviously there's still 31 minutes of basketball to go, but you get out to an 8-0 lead, that's nothing
Definitely
but help.
What you want if you're Monticello. As far as TG is concerned, I don't think they're rattled or anything like that, but if they get off to an 8 or 10-0 start, then that definitely could rattle Monticello. But Monticello so far is definitely taking the game to TG, and they're here to win the game. They're not just here to be a participant, that's for sure.
Daniel Zoa, 6'5 freshman, number 23, in for Totino-Grace for the first time. Ferris is out. So a little more size in the post there, 6'5". But playing in his first section final as a freshman. Jadamboa on the deck, lost it, kicks it back out. And there's the first points of the game. Jalen Hines came in when Hill got that second foul early. It's the three.
A lot of poise for a 6'3 sophomore to come into the game and just calmly make your first three when they hadn't scored in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Averages 5 points a game, gets 3.
Totino trying to get up in the passing lanes.
Singer had it knocked away.
That's the third turnover that they've got when Singer's been driving to the bucket.
Watley for 3, missed. And the rebound to Nevin. Singer again in the lane, not good. Jacob rebounds. Quickly to the corner, and Jadamboa cut off by Sirocco. Back out. Down to the baseline again. It's Zoa. Watley will shake and bake, and then missed on the 3. Sirocco rebounds.
Watley's starting out cold, as is the whole Totino-Grace team from the outside.
Sirocco for 3.
Like I said in the pregame, Sirocco, he definitely is a guy who can go inside, but he can also hit the 3 ball.
Back to an 8-point Monticello lead. Jadamboa. Back down Sirocco, spins at the hoop but missed it. Nevin rebounds.
Yeah, Sirocco's a problem in this game for Totino-Grace, defensively and offensively. They switched the ball screen there, so they got a mismatch inside.
Drive, pull-up shot in the lane. First 2 points tonight for Carson Dybel, 6'4 sophomore.
That was a nice pull-up jumper right there.
Watley's pass deflected. Magic playing great, Greg, to start this game.
Yeah, playing a lot of good defense. Yeah, that kind of shot, if you got some length on you, is a tough one to stop, that pull-up jumper. Singer's playing a great job both ends. Defense. He had a few turnovers, but he's creating a threat by being able to get to the rack, and he's also playing really good defense on Watley. But now he's taking a rest, so we'll see how Watley does with somebody else guarding him.
David Engel, 6'1 junior, number 34 in. There's
great
his
spin
basket.
move.
John Abola with his first basket.
Yeah, I did the little Akeem the Dream spin.
Eben with the ball, 10.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Monticello all the way so far. Sirocco looked at Nevin.
I like that idea of trying to get the ball to the high post when you're facing pressure. That's a good way to relieve pressure.
Sirocco draws a double team off the glass, a little too strong. And the rebound and the break for Totino-Grace. And Jadabola, and put up short. Saved back all the way out the top to Hill. Hill came back in. He's got the 2 fouls, but Nick Carroll feels he needs him in the ball game. Jadabola for 3 and hits. Averages 13 a game. Second made three-pointer for Totino. They're back to within 5.
TG really tried to push the pace on that last possession once they got a stop and look for them to continue that. They're trying to wake themselves up a little bit. I think they're a little bit surprised by how good Monticello is.
Sirocco, tough shot, off balance, not good. Offensive rebound, though, by Dollard. Outside try again, and this one good. Another 3 for Sirocco. He's got 10 points already for Monticello.
Big men like that, in the modern game who can step out and stretch the floor and hit threes are so valuable. And plus, they're hard. You can't really block their shots and close them out because a big guy like that who's 6'6" can shoot over everybody.
Jadabola along 2, in and out. Rebound to Dybel. Quickly ahead to Dollard. Hips 3, short. Long rebound comes to Hill. Hill taking it to the basket all the way uncontested. Oh, and he missed it. They get the offensive rebound, though, and it'll reset.
TG's had a couple fast breaks that they've missed here in the last couple possessions.
Watley shot, in and out.
Lid on the basket for TG to start the game. They're getting some pretty good looks in transition and attacks. Just haven't been able to convert.
Evan off to Sirocco. Wants a double, then hands it off to Dollard. To the basket, and he scores.
What a drive, a left-hand finish. And we have a turnover here. Stepped over the line, throwing it in.
Turnover on a Hines. We're going to get another timeout. I think again by Nick Carroll and Totino-Grace.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you believe your press clippings too, no matter what. The coaches don't. The coaches know that Monticello is a good team, and yeah. So I think when he goes to throw it inbounds, yep.
Oh yeah, he just lost the ball.
So when you teach him how to do that right, you always give yourself a cushion of a couple feet, and you want to clear yourself from the bucket too, so you never throw the ball off the glass. But getting back to what I was saying, that I think that the players can believe the press clippings, right? We're so good, everything, and maybe not give the opponent proper respect. The coaches for sure trying to prepare them into giving them proper respect, but definitely one team is more ready to play than the other to start this game. Now, like I said, I've seen Totino-Grace in this situation before, and they almost always come back. I mean, Nick's a great coach. He knows how to rally his guys. Might not be until halftime, but hopefully it's before that. If you're TG, you want something from the defensive end to create some turnovers, get some fast breaks, and get a run. If you get like 2-3 buckets, make Monticello call timeout, then things will be looking a lot better.
Trey Singer fouled by Shea Jackson, sophomore, off the bench picking up his first. Singer hits them both, and biggest lead now, 7-0 run for Monticello. They're up by a dozen.
And they got a run when Singer was on the bench, so that's big because they need Singer. He's got the quickness more than probably some of the other guys to be able to handle the pressure of TG.
Hill, Jadabola, long 3, short, tipped. And it's Monticello basketball.
Good hustle by Shea Jackson there, but just couldn't quite save it. See how much pressure Shea Jackson puts here. He's only a sophomore.
Nevin's going to bring it up. We're under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Nevin almost walked there. Eagles thought he did. Sirocco, one dribble, and then gets the pass back off to Dybel. Swinging around left side to Engel. And Singer gets inside. Beats Jackson to the hoop and scores.
That was definitely a design play. Tried to get him in the mid-post there. A senior and a sophomore, a lot stronger. And even though he's a guard, he posted him up.
Hill with a tough shot, but gets it to drop, his first basket.
Good answer by TG, getting the ball up quickly.
Tough shot, partially blocked there on the Singer drive.
Singer's got to kick that one out. This is his fourth turnover.
Hill in and out on this long two. Rebound to Nebben. Boy, Nebben's got half a dozen rebounds already, I think.
Yeah, he's got good size on him for a wing. They've been putting him at the point guard kind of.
Sirocco, too long on this three. Singer crashing, and Totino-Grace ends up with a loose ball.
Pretty physical play there, no call.
Shot on Bola, taking it out, then back to Hill for three. Rebound, though, by Ferris. Jackson, one dribble into the lane, and then back out. Hill, back-to-back baskets now.
Great crossover by Hill. TG's pretty cold from the three so far. If they pick that up, that's definitely going to help them too. But that's part of the game plan, looks like, for Monticello. They're giving up some open threes and trying to pack the paint.
Sirocco, back out. Nebben takes it to the basket. Missed the shot. Fast break the other way. Sirocco gets the block on Jackson.
Sirocco's size is definitely a difference maker in this game. There's no one like him in the game.
Singer had it knocked away, but Sirocco there to get the loose ball. Sirocco behind the back with the dribble, lost the ball, kept in. It's a big scramble. Monticello still ends up with the basketball, and timeout here. And this coach Dylan Nauman is like, we're a little bit out of sorts here. Let's get things settled down. There's the Hill basket. And then watch Sirocco times this one perfectly on Jackson, clean block.
Good job of not fouling on that situation too. Yeah, Monticello definitely need a timeout there. You got your big guy out there dribbling behind his back in traffic, and luckily they got onto the ball. And every possession is key, so he wants to settle them down, get them running their stuff. And that's the game within the game. TG doesn't want them to run their stuff because they have some good kind of actions that they run, set plays. And, when they can do that, they're going to get good looks. But if TG can get them into helter-skelter like they just had it, that's what they want.
Down under 6 minutes to go, Greg, here in the first half, and still a double-digit margin for Monticello with the basketball.
And then the longer this goes, obviously we know in sports the more confidence a team like Monticello will get. And they're no slouch, obviously. Like I said, they've won 20-some games, and they're used to winning, so that's what they expect.
Shot clock winding down, and the shot missed right before the violation. Dollard just grazed the rim with that three.
Yeah, I forgot about the shot clock as well because it was a timeout. Smart play just to get the shot up.
Will Ferris back to Wadley. Three. Not going tonight so far for Chase Wadley. Is still scoreless.
TG's starting to attack the offensive glass, which is what they're going to need to do.
Hill, great drive. He's the guy creating offense right now. He's got their last 6 points.
Yeah, extremely quick and get to the paint. And they're going to need him to continue to do that. It started with offensive rebounding, though.
Singer trapped on the sideline, able to release the pass. With ball movement, Sirocco. The ball behind his back again, and this time gave it up on a turnover and then commits the foul. And Giannabola stole it from him.
And this is what Totino wants, right? They want to force Monticello to try to go one-on-one against them. And when they do, they're going to take the ball from them if they dribble like that. Conversely, Monticello's got to try to stay disciplined, back cut, get the ball to the high post, move it with the pass as much as you can, and get to the guys who really can get to the rim.
Tyler Dish is in, a sophomore, 5'9" sophomore, and Jonathan Moore, 5'11" freshman. And the last whistle for Monticello. Off the miss, and now it's Controlled by Monticello, back the other way. Tough shot in. Close, and Reese Nevin scores. All 5 starters now scored for the Magic. They lead by 10 again. Shadambola back to Hill, quickly to Jacob. Cut off on the baseline. Leaner up by Hill, not good. Sirocco got the rebound and able to release it. Nevin front court. Back to Sirocco. Now it's Dish. And we get a foul on Hill.
That's good
that
offense.
is his 3rd foul.
And that's huge because he's having a good game, and he's a problem for Monticello. They have trouble staying in front of him, and 3rd foul on him is big for Monticello.
Inbound comes to Sirocco. They go back to him on the pass from Dish. Sirocco missed on this 3. Forward by Jacob.
Good box out by Jacob there.
Watley still looking for his first point. Spins, a lot of white uniforms around him, and still gets it up. And off the little scoop shot. Chase Watley's on the board.
That was a tough shot, and he's had to earn it. Monticello's doing a great job of team defense on him.
Dish handing all, falling down and losing it out of bounds was Nevin. Turnover. Look at that foul again. Watch, it came around, kind of grabbed him with one arm.
Yeah, probably his right arm around
yeah.
the waist, which we couldn't quite see on that one, but I think that's probably what happened.
So Malachi Hill's got to sit, I'm certain, the rest of the half.
And that's another smart play by Monticello to post up when you're facing pressure if they're going to play behind you.
Watley back out, open 3 look, too strong. Shadambola, great offensive rebound to grab the miss from Hines. Jacob back to Shadambola, spins on the baseline, cut off, back out to Watley. Watley to the basket and 1.
Good patience by TG. They didn't force it. They're bringing the double there down for Injambola, and he kicked it out, which is smart.
Well, that's 2 now on Sirocco. They only have 2 team fouls, and they're both on their big man.
Yeah, this would be an interesting decision by the coach. I don't know if he's going to, he's definitely a huge difference maker out there, but if he gets his 3rd foul in the last 3 minutes, that'd be tough. They have a sophomore sub, I know, that could come in that's like 6'5". Looks like they're riding him with him.
Totino-Grace back to within 5. Oh, and then turned over. Nevin just lost the basketball.
That was kind of an unforced error.
Yes. Nevin back out to Watley. Back out to Watley on the pass from Jacob. Spin to the basket and another one.
Easy to say, but you got to keep him from going to his left. He's going to go right and spin left. He's going to finish that every time. He's starting to warm up.
Closest Grace has been since the first minute of the game. 24-21.
Yeah, they're starting to get a rhythm now. They're figuring out how hard they got to compete.
3, not good by Nevin. Long rebound. Came out, though, and controlled by Dollard. Sirocco to Singer. 2 minutes to go in the half. Singer takes it to the basket and shot a ball over the block. Lead pass ahead, and deflecting it out of bounds was Jonathan Moore on the pass intended for the freshman Zoa.
TG's defense is definitely the difference in the last 5 minutes on their run to try to catch up here.
One possession game now, late in the first half. Tough shot for Watley, wouldn't go, but rebounded underneath, and the loose ball somehow spins out on the try by Hines. I don't know how that did not go in.
There's been about 5 of those at Totino-Grace today that just rolled out.
Jumper in the lane, too strong on the shot from Dollard. Well, Monticello's gone a little cold.
Injambola dominating the boards.
He gets the ball here, passing it back out to Moore. To the corner, drive on the baseline, and stepping out of bounds.
Even though they turned it
Turnover
over,
was by Zoa.
I like that possession by Totino-Grace. They move the ball. They're getting the defense moving. If they keep doing that, they'll get more attacking lanes.
Minute to play in the first half. Monticello has led the whole way. Singer trying to turn the corner. Good defense on him on the baseline by Jackson, and then turned over by Monticello under the basket. Here comes the Jadamola. Jackson for three in the tie, missed everything. Rebound by Singer. Monticello going to pull it back out.
And Singer looks a little bit tired. I thought he might have had a chance for a 3-on-2 break there, and he kind of slowed it down. He's been working really hard on both ends.
Ball knocked away from Dollard on his drive. Nebben in, and he'll replace Moore. Shot clock at 25, game clock at 33 here. Baseline is Jadamola gets the block on the shot by Nebben.
And that's something you don't see in the Mississippi 8 that much, just shooting a jumper and just getting it blocked. I mean, Jadamola is starting to really assert himself in this game, being a great leader right now.
Shot clock is off. Watley turns Jadamola to the corner. Tie on the three, and it's up and in. Basket by Hines, who's got 2 threes. Second shot not good, and Totino-Grace has come back from down double digits to tie it at 24 at halftime.
Hines with 2 big buckets as a sophomore coming in. They threw a little 3-2 zone at him there at the end, and that leaves the corner open. He nailed it.
Good first half of basketball in the Section 5 3A title game. Monticello and Totino-Grace all tied at 24. Timeout here on CCX. First half highlights and more. You're watching Section Championship basketball.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
Halftime here at Section 5 3A championship game at St. Michael Albertville High School. Number 2 seed Monticello 24, number 1 seed Totino-Grace 24. Highlights from the first half of play. Great start for Monticello, scoring the first 8 points of the game. Trayvon Singer gets to the basket and scored. He had 8 points in the first half. Monticello defense, Greg, I thought, especially early, was good. They did not allow a lot of great opportunities for Totino-Grace. Saw the defense there, the blocks. First points scored on a three-pointer off the bench. Jalen Hines scoring for Totino-Grace. And then Jadamola gets going, both with the spin move, and then pops out, hits a three. Hilton, the junior, with 5 points in the first half. Good first half for Jackson Shiroka, scoring the ball, especially early at 10 points to lead Monticello in scoring. Dollard, the basket there, the hoop, Braden Dollard. Malachi Hill with the hoop on the drive. Sirocco with a block at the other end for Monticello. And then Watley gets going finally. Chase Watley didn't score a lot early, gets the basket on the lay-in here, and then gets to the hoop again, the basket and one. Totino-Grace rallied the tie at halftime after being down by 10. Sirocco with 10, Singer 8. 3 Monticello players with 2 each. Watley 7, Hill 6, and Jalen Hines 6. John Jacobson, Greg Miller back here at St. Michael Albertville High School. Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, both these teams score in the 80s quite often, and it's 24 all. That's playoff basketball, right? little nerves, playing hard defense, and the refs are letting it go a little bit, which I think is good. Monticello came out on fire, a big crowd behind them, wanted to prove that they belong in the game, and then TG just slowly started getting their defense cranked up. But the shooting percentages for both teams are not good, and I suspect in the second half that will change.
Now, I should mention, Greg and I are both proud graduates of Robbinsdale High School way back in the day, before it closed in the early 80s. Next week will be 50 years since the Robins, this was before we were in high school, made their last state tournament appearance. 1975, Class AA runner-up when there were just 2 classes, lost to Little Falls in the championship game, but I know what a thrill that was for that community. Your dad was part of the basketball program and the school community at Robbinsdale. Just great memories of that team that we thought should have won the state championship.
Yeah, Coach Hib Hill, Hall of Fame coach, and
lives in Monticello.
Yeah. And I'm friends with Scott Starner, who is one of the guys on that team. And, those are my heroes growing up. They're like 4 years older than me. And, that was a great memory. I remember that I had to stay home, and I couldn't go to the game. I was mad at my parents, and I watched the game, and Frank Walklowitz ended up beating us from Little Falls. But, great memories at tournament time.
When Jay Wilcox asked me about that game at work, I always tell him it was poor officiating, that they gave the game to Little Falls. That might be a little hometown bias. But anyway, I can't believe it's been 50 years.
No
great
doubt.
memories.
Seems like yesterday.
Right. We'll take a break, and we'll come back to tip-off for the first inbound of play of the second half, Monticello and Totino-Grace after this.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
First possession of the second half, Totino-Grace, Monticello, the 5-3A champions. Chase Watley to the basket. First lead of the night for the Eagles.
Wow, what a move. He took a high dribble, making it look like he was going to pick it up. And then he went down to the in and out move and then got to the rack. Quite a move.
Monticello, I'm guessing if he came into the game and told them, okay, you'll be tied at halftime, they'd take that. But I don't think the way the half ended, they were really happy with being tied.
No, they didn't score much the last probably 6-7 minutes of the half and turned it over a lot too.
Their first possession here of the second half. Sirocco, back down, good defense on him, and he comes up short. Will Ferris, the senior, defending him.
Good defense by Ferris.
Stayed up on him without fouling him, right?
Yep.
Jacob to Watley. Jarambola, baseline, and one. That'll be the third foul on Sirocco.
Watley and Ninjambola have both been instructed to take the ball to the bucket. First 2 possessions, they did that. That's what I was saying earlier. They were definitely settling for easy, like mid-range jumpers to start the game, but you gotta do the hard thing, which is driving to the bucket, getting some contact, draw fouls. That's the third foul now on the big man.
He'll come out, and they'll bring in a freshman, Jonathan Moore, who played some in the first half, to replace him. Jarambola completes the 3-point play. 8 points now for Dothan in the game, and now a 5-point game lead for Totino-Grace. Quick start for them in the first minute plus of the second half.
Interesting sub there for Monticello. Instead of bringing a big in, they just said, well, we're going to play small.
And traveling, called then on Moore. State tournament appears Monticello's first back in the 90s. You mentioned the great tradition they had. Bill Pritz-Bill and some other really good players, and we're in the tournament, as I mentioned in the pregame last time, the COVID shortened season of 2021, and Totino-Grace, you see the asterisks, the last 3 state championships for them in 3A. Watley for three, missed. Offensive rebound and putback. Couple big plays on each end so far in the second half for Ferris, who gets his first basket.
Those are big buckets when you can just get offensive rebound putback from a role player guy. So it's in the right place and doing what he's supposed to do.
And now if you're Monticello with your top scorer on the bench, where do the points come from?
Yeah, no doubt. You got to do it as a team, move the ball. Going to have to hit some threes.
Shot clock down to 10. Singer well short on the three, and the rebound to Ferris. Hill attacks and scores.
Be a timeout probably for Monticello, yep.
Great start to the second half for the Eagles. Put 9 on the board in the first 2.5 minutes. Took them probably 8-10 minutes to score that many in the first half.
Yeah, I was saying that when we were talking at halftime, I wouldn't be surprised if Totino rips off a 50-point half. I mean, 24, that's not them. But, when you come into a game like this, anything can happen. There's some nerves and stuff early. Yeah,
Malachi Hills, he's quite a player, isn't he?
He is. He can really, and he's young too. And he's a sophomore. You can get I think he's a sophomore, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's going on in the world? Away from the ball, you can be a mile towards the basketball. Hey, listen, we'll rip zero here. We'll rip zero here.
Coach Nauman trying to rally his team. Coach Carroll, message, keep steady, keep doing what we're doing. We haven't won anything yet, right?
Yeah, both coaches have experience in the state. Coach Nauman, he was assistant for Princeton when they made it all the way to the state championship game, and they made another state appearance. And then his first year, he took this team to the state in Monticello in 2021. So definitely a good coach there. And of course, we know Coach Nick has won 3 state championships, so he knows what he's doing. Because even though he does have a lot of talent, and they always do, individual talent doesn't win in basketball only, right? You got to play as a team, and he's able to do that and relate to these kids and get them to play good team basketball.
Almost a steal on the inbound off the timeout, but Monticello controls it, and a tie-up, maybe a foul. I think it will be a foul on Watley. Only his first, though. Haven't had a lot of fouls in the game, just 8 fouls. Now 6 of them have been on 2 individual players, Sirocco.
And I think there's only 3 free throws in the first half. You don't see that very often.
Hill has 3 for Totino. Monticello yet to score here. First 3 minutes of the second half. Trace Singer. Across to Moore. Bounce pass, side of the lane. Shot up. Comes up short on the try by Dollard. Quickly back, Hill from a shot. Ambola lays another one in. Attacking. Malachi Hill's got all his points that way.
11-0 run to start the half. Yeah, without Sirocco, you're right. Their offense is kind of stalling. They use him in the high post a lot.
Singer missed on a 3.
And now they're just having to throw the ball around the ring and shoot a 3. So Totino-Grace has really amped up the defense.
Watley to the basket and scores. Singer off to Dollard. On the wing to Nebben. Short jumper around won't go. Follow up also wouldn't go. Moore couldn't hit, and neither could Dollard. So Monticello yet to score a point now in 4 minutes, and Totino-Grace has put up 13 to start the half. Watley for 3, short. Barron's another rebound and scores. Ferris with a couple of baskets here in the second half. And a couple of rebounds, almost a steal by Watley in the backcourt. Sirocco now will come in for Monticello. Hunter Miller, 6'2 sophomore, in as well. Yeah, you can't go any longer than they did without Sirocco in.
No, they just have to take the risk and play him in. It's only 3 fouls, not 4. So.
Right. Well, they're in a big hole here.
Yeah, amazing how quickly it can change.
Right. Sirocco, they're trying to draw the charge there. Didn't happen, but they do turn it over. Hill thought there was contact, nothing called. Grace keeps it. Hines, now 3. A shot of Bola, missed. Rebound by Miller.
And this 15-0 run has been done without any three-pointers made. Just attacking the rim, playing good defense.
Miller lost his balance to Singer. Sirocco for three, and there we go. Monticello on the board in the second half.
Yeah, he's going to need to go off here for them to have a chance to get back in it. Honestly, it doesn't look too good for them right now because they're getting whatever they want. TG now getting to the rim.
Watley drives and is fouled.
Good adjustments by Coach Carroll at halftime. I'm sure he definitely instructed his guys to be more aggressive, attack the paint, use your quickness, and they've responded.
Malzahn Miller, his first. Watley to the line. To your point, Greg, about no threes. I think all their points here have been in the paint in the second half on drives or putbacks by, the last basket by Ferris.
Yeah, they definitely have a quickness advantage, and they're using it this half. Another thing I like about Totino-Grace, they seem really connected. They really look at the coach when he talks to him at the timeouts. I mean, they believe in him. You can tell they're really listening.
Good defense by Jackson and Hill. They thought they had forced a turnover. Coach Carroll.
Yeah, even though they're up 13 and dominating this, 15-2 this half, it doesn't seem that much like when you're the head coach and you're ahead, and he wanted that turnover bad.
Sirocco lost it.
Left hand.
Watley attacks and scores again.
It's such an advantage being a lefty, man. No matter what you tell yourself psychologically when they're driving in, you don't take that away and shade them a little bit.
It somehow did not help my basketball career. I mean, the fact that I had no speed probably had played a
That's
role
probably
in that.
the bigger factor, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Another dish back in and replacing Trey Singer.
My grandson is only 4, but he's a lefty, and I'm happy about that.
Miller, Sirocco, open for three. It's Nebben. Reese Nebben missed. Rebounded Jalen Hines.
Good set play action, double stagger on the weak side. Probably hit that shot most of the time.
Boy, Watley's going to attack until they stop him, right? Missed on that one, but
he was missing early in the game, but he's not missing too much now, even though he missed that one.
break the other way. Miller misses. Monticello can't buy a basket, much like Totino early in the first half. Pull up by Jackson, around and in. Sophomore guard Shea Jackson with his first point.
Shea Jackson really brings the heat on defense too. I like that. He's super quick, very aggressive.
Sirocco, three.
Nice answer by Sirocco, keeping them within striking distance at least.
30-second timeout here for Monticello. Yeah, he's got both of their baskets here in the second half, and their team's still down 14.
You could tell how the Totino bench and the coaching staff and all the players, they were just thinking that they were going to, after this turnover, hopefully get a stop and then just really run them out of the building right now. So that one answered that. They're still down 14. It's not a good position for Monticello, but if they would have missed that in a fast break, you maybe could kiss this one goodbye. So they're hanging by their fingernails right now. We'll see what happens in the next couple minutes.
State tournament starts on Tuesday for Class 3A and 2A and 4A. Everybody but single A plays on Tuesday. Totino-Grace, should they get the number one seed, if they win tonight, would play at 10 a.m. Tuesday at Williams Arena.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll get number one. They might, but Orono or Benilde St. Margaret's, I think they might get it too. They vote, the coaches vote, so it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Playing tonight at BSM.
That was a classic last year, right?
Yeah.
Overtime.
Nolan Groves with like a half-court shot to win it in double overtime. Out of the timeout, Watley again attacking, gets blocked this time, but hits the offensive board and puts it back in.
Nice right-hand drive. It's still finished with the left, but showed he can go both ways.
Watley averaging over 20 games, got 16-9 here in the second half in the first 7 minutes. Three here comes up short on the try by Dybel.
Good ball movement there by Monticello, just short.
Hill, pull up, side of the lane, up and in. Dozen points now for Malachi Hill.
And they don't mind quick shots. It's part of how they play.
Dible will try again. This time hits. 6'4" sophomore. This second basket tonight.
They're really having trouble staying in front of Watley, especially when Singer's on the bench.
Hines across for Watley. Spin. Tough shot. Mid-range. Comes up short. And the rebound to Dish. Corner three. Last time missing was Dible. Offensive rebound. Put back try. Not good for Engel.
Yeah, Engel only at 6'1". Big guy. Looks like he might play some football. Got a nice rebound, but not quite the size to finish against those
Good
Totino
ball
guys.
movement here. Jackson. Nice ball fake and then pulls up for the open baseline shot.
Yeah, Jackson's giving them some good energy in this game. Got a nice pull-up J.
Three-point shot. Too strong there from Dish.
He's a 5'9" sophomore. Getting some action.
Hill tries and is fouled. Well, it's going to be on Dish, his first.
And the way Monticello came out in this game, you're thinking, oh, this might be a game, but I think it took so much energy and focus for them, and then also, you know, TG probably wasn't quite expecting that. But now, you know, that things have settled down. I think Monticello probably just kind of used so much energy right at the beginning, right? It's hard for him to sustain it.
Singer and Nevin back in for Monticello. Tino also with the subs. Jacobs back in. Another ball with Ferris. Hill makes another one.
Tino playing 8 guys, it seems like, and regularly subbing them in and out. But their main guys are playing most of the time. Their main 2.
Well, you said at halftime you didn't expect another 24-point half for Totino-Grace. They put up 28 in the first 9 minutes here of the second half.
Yeah, I've seen them do it before.
Here's probably comes 30. Hill lays it in.
Yeah, and they played a tough schedule. I was looking at who they played. They played a ton of 4A teams in their league, for one thing, and also just their non-conference games. They've had some good wins and some close losses. You know, that's why they've lost like 4 or 5 games, because they played such a tough schedule. So, you know, they could maybe get the #1 seed just because of that, because their losses are against really good 4A teams. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens.
Shot to the basket and a foul on Jacob. Jacob to the basket, good by Dollard, and he'll go to the line for 1. It's the first interior shot here in the second half that's gone in for Monticello.
Yeah, instead of just throwing it around the ring, they finally got some penetration there, which is not easy for them to do because they don't have as much quickness.
They throw off, Jacob rebounds. And 25 to go in the second half. Totino-Grace on their way here in the second half to getting back to the state tournament. Jadambola on Sirocco, then kicks it out to the corner with a pass to Jackson. Back to Jadambola. Spins around Sirocco. Shot up and in.
Some great skill there by Jadambola. Great moves.
Sirocco pops a 3 from the corner. Out. And a Jadambola the board.
Yeah, you get to the point where it's hard to make a pass, and you just kind of take the first little sniff of a shot you can get. Obviously, not great offense, but he's made some threes today.
Oh, goodness. Jadambola hits a 3.
Jadambola can do it all. Rebound, drive to the bucket either way, play defense, make threes. Heck of a player. He's only a junior, so TG will be back next year.
Nevin into the paint. Back out. Try. 3-pointer is good for Dible. Got 2 of those here in the second half.
Yeah, they're a good 3-point shooting team all season, but they haven't faced defense like this.
Baseline drive. Jackson comes all the way through. Gives it to Watley. Oh, great find underneath. And Will Ferris scores. No points in the first half. 6 in the second half for the 6'4 senior.
Yeah, he just hangs around in the dunker spot and lets the guys drive, and nice unselfish play to give him the rock.
Another three. Just trying this one long for Dybel. Watley, Jatambola feeling it. This time short. Jackson has it come to him.
Nice
Dumps
pass.
it off. Jatambola cutting the other side and scores.
Got a little lucky. He jumped up in the air, but maybe he saw him coming from at the beginning, and then he jumped.
Nebben for three. That one's good. His first basket in the second half.
Monticello's got some solid guards, solid wing players. They're just going against some guards that are elite level, quickness, and they play against tougher competition during the season too. Like I said, playing on all those 4A teams.
Spin move, Watley, tough shot. Gets it to go, man. See why he's a D1 kid, right?
Yeah, he's going to Wolford. Definitely going to have to work on his jumper and be able to hit threes more consistently. And maybe he just hasn't had to do that in this game, though. I haven't seen him play very much, so I don't know.
Dollard for three.
.1 lead with 5 minutes to go. Look at the fouls, 3 and 3. I don't know if there's been a free throw in this half, has there?
Yeah, Hill had a couple, and Jatambola had an and one.
Right. One of the fastest games I've ever been a part of here.
Pretty quick. Yeah, already down to 5 minutes to go in the second half. Jatambola out to the corner. Jacob short. Long rebound comes to Watley. Attacks. Reverse layup up and in.
So Coach Carroll's got a decision to make when he wants to sub. Not get anybody injured here at the end of the game, but I'd say probably about the 3-minute mark.
Grace fans are feeling it. Boy, it's been a terrific second half for the Eagles.
Yeah, they're showing why they're so highly ranked and why they've won 3 state championships, because they were able to make adjustments. Yeah, it's kind of nice to see a team that is not just bombing in a bunch of threes. I mean, I like outside shooting myself, but yeah, rated 5th in the state, 20-5 in 3A. So Mankato East, yeah, maybe they're going to be the ones who get the #1 seed. I forgot about them. I'm just concentrating on the Metro.
Right, and you think of Totino-Grace, you think, well, they've got to be the one seed because they've won the 3 times in a row.
Right.
I'm sure Nick Carroll will say, well, look at the schedule we've played. You're right, and probably not one, but certainly can. Benil and Lenore all play each other tonight, so both of them can't make it.
Richfield is in the top 10. They already got beat. They're in that same section as they played Orono. That's a loaded section. So yeah, some of those. That's I mean, 3A and 4A both would be great if they had 64-team tournaments, and just like Hopkins and Wayzata, one of those has to sit down, and both of them could have won state. That's a shame. It's been that way for a long time, and we get that same thing in 3A.
Well, and Hopkins, Wayzata, same boys and girls. Wayzata's been running up so many years in a row to Hopkins and the girls, and they've had often a top 5 team. Shut out again this year from the tournament as Hopkins made it again out of Section 6. 4:40 to play in the second half. Drive to the basket in the hoop for Nebben.
Yeah, he's only a junior, 6'2". He's got a nice game.
Hill handed off to Watley. Watley to the basket and one.
He went right that time too, so it shows he can do that, go either way. Lightning quick, good foot fake. Didn't even put the ball down for a crossover, just kind of put it out to the left, and then he just brought it right down.
Dalton Singer is first.
He's a fun player to watch.
23 on the night, 16 have come in the second half here.
Doesn't really ever change his expression either. He's just focused, really locked in.
Singer, who had some success early, but been quiet offensively since then for Monticello. Takes it here, spins in the lane, and Thinking he had a clean steal was Hill, and he had a foul.
Called it on the ground.
Yeah. Four team fouls only for each team here in the second half. Foul on Ferris. Missed three here. Rebound, and Shatambola has it in front court. Three, not good for Hines.
And Hines hit those 2 key threes in the first one to start the game, and then the last one of the half.
Played some big minutes for them in the first half when Hill was on the bench with 3 fouls. Sirocco back to Nevin, or Dollard rather. Dollard driving and fouled. They'll go to the line.
Yeah, definitely a good call by the ref. Got fouled a couple times on that same possession. Nice strong drive. Dollard's a senior. You know, just even getting your team to the section final is a good accomplishment and a great season that these guys had. They can be proud of their season for sure. Went over 20 games, you know, and they have a good league. There's a lot of good teams in that league. You know, it's not a 4A league though, like you see that Totino-Grace plays in. So it's a little bit more challenging when you get to the sections.
1 out of 2 on the free throws, and the rebound by Hines. Daniel Zola came in at that last whistle. Three minutes to go in the section championship. Here's Watley again. Not good. Tip up by Zola. That won't go. Sirocco has it for Monticello. Back, another 3 from Dollard. Back iron, no. Sirocco rebounds. Put back short. Gets it again. This one in.
Takes a lot of effort to stay after it. Got an 18-point game. Nice game.
18 points, and it will be his final game for the Magic. Oh, great dunk underneath. Terrific look at Zola and Shatambola at the pass.
Before the game, I talked to a scout who said Zola is one of the highest rated freshmen in the state.
This is his first points tonight. Drive, a lot of contact, nothing called either way, and a follow-up up and in. 2 for Hines.
I think next deck ball, Nick will probably want to get a couple of those guys out.
Singer, shot not good. Rebound for Grace. Chase Watley, the senior captain. Up down low to Zola's pass. Out of bounds.
This is where, for the assistant coach, you should be reminding the head coach, because he has a lot of things to think about, in my opinion. Just you know, get these guys out of the game so we don't tweak an ankle here before the state tournament. There they go. Give them one last possession.
Turn, Shatambola, not good. Ball saved by Shatambola to Watley. Back to Shatambola, lays it in.
Good timeout by Coach Carroll, getting his guys out.
And congratulations on the floor to those guys. They really played a great second half.
Yeah, they really responded after, you know, Monticello gave them all they wanted in the first half.
They will go back to the state tournament and defend their title.
And just looking at the top 10 that we saw earlier, there's going to be no easy games. You know, maybe if you get the 1 seed, maybe the 8 seed is not going to be quite as good, but all the rest of them in the mix, I think 2-7 all the way on, it's going to be really good first round action.
Shatambola tried going back into the game like, no, we're not putting you back in. Sewandoki, Luther Bungie, Hudson Herzig. Shea Jackson is also back in.
You know, and if you're Monticello here, in my opinion, you should be putting your JV guys in at this time. I mean, you're going to try to make the score closer with your seniors. I mean, unless maybe they're just going to try to get them out of the game. That might be, you know, where they can get some applause for them. I'm hoping that's what Coach is doing.
And Griffin Carroll, sophomore guard, in for Totino-Grace. Three-point, up and in. Another one for Dollard. Made a couple of threes here in the second half. Into double figures now with 11 points.
Yeah, they want to give the seniors a send-off here, so pretty sure if there's a foul here or something, they're going to... It's kind of tricky to do, though, because you almost got to foul or something to be able to do it. Because you can't call timeout because then, you know, the crowd doesn't see those guys come out of the game. So it's always kind of a tricky thing at the end of the year when you want to get your seniors out, like the last home game or the last game that they play.
Turnaround shot, tip try wouldn't go, out of bounds, off Grace.
So he can do it now, and these seniors can get a nice round of applause. So that's what he was doing, my bad.
Singer out, Sirocco out. Really got them off to a great start here in the first half. Dollard, the other senior, also out.
Yeah, great season for Monticello.
Three-point shot, missed by Nebben. And knocked out of bounds off of Bungie.
And this crowd for Monticello is huge, and they really came to support their team.
Nevin out. Makai Morgan in for Monticello.
So first he took the seniors out, then he took the other guys out, so classy move.
18 seconds to go. Carroll not good. Suppose Coach gave him the green light, though.
Yeah. Maybe they'll talk about that shot when they get home. I don't know. Yeah, those car rides home with your son, you just mostly don't say anything. That's the best thing.
Miller's going to dribble it out. There it is. Totino-Grace back to Steed again. Huge second half. They put up 54 second half points and win it going away, 78-52.
Yeah, great performance by Totino-Grace. Like I said earlier, I've seen this happen a bunch of times when I watched them when early in the game is close and they don't really maybe play as well as they can. And it's great coaching to be able to get them to play so hard and so well in the second half. And obviously the players too, right? They had to get their emotional mindset to get fired up a little bit.
And so many guys in the second half contributed, right? Scoring a Jadambo, even Ferris, he had a few baskets, 3 baskets. Hill, obviously, Wally really came alive. Jackson off the bench had 3 baskets, and it's always a team effort usually, right?
Definitely. And that's like I said earlier, they've had a lot of talent to win 3 state championships, and they have a lot of talent this year. But if talent doesn't play together, they don't win state, that's for sure. And that's what Coach Carroll's able to do. He's able to get these guys to accept their roles because, you know, a lot of these guys are star players growing up and they're younger, and some of them just have to be more defenders and rebounders and stuff like that. And I also like he's got a nice mix of age groups on his team.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our awards and eventually hear from the Eagles. They're on the state. 78-52 our final. Back at STMA after this.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
John Jacobson and Greg Miller back here at St. Michael Albertville High School. Congratulations to Monticello on a great season. They finish up 24-5. They will get their section runner-up trophy here. And had that really good first half, up by 10 points a couple of times. And Totino-Grace came back to tie it at halftime, then got a great run to start the second half and never looked back and ended up winning by 26, which seemed unlikely in the first half that you'd have either of these teams win by that margin. But when you turn it on and play really good team basketball like Totino-Grace in the second half, that is what happens. The Eagles now will receive their section championship medals and trophy. Top scorer for them tonight, Chase Watley, 23 points, 16 came in the second half. Dothan Ajadambola, 17 points. He had a dozen after halftime. Malachi Hill had that foul trouble early, but he came on and played a strong game on both ends of the floor. Ended up with 16 points, and 3 other guys with at least 6 for TG. They win their 22nd game of the season. Jackson Sirocco, 18 points, led the way for Monticello. Braden Dollard with 11, 9 came in the second half. Carson Dybel and Trey Singer, 8 apiece for the Magic. You know, Totino-Grace is used to it, but it's not obviously not the same roster every year. So for some of these guys, this is their first time on varsity, their first section championship, and maybe they've watched the past years, but they haven't been actually part of it. And so it's a big moment for them, and for the guys who have been, like Chase Watley, excited to get back to state again and try to make it a four-peat. Hudson Herzig got some playing time at the end, the junior. He'll be back next year. Max Rizek, he's just a freshman. And his brother Jesse, both freshmen. And what good size too. Max is 6'6" and Jesse 6'7". Daniel Zola got some good minutes in tonight, the freshman. And Ferris, one of the other captains, he and Jacob and Watley, the captains for Totino-Grace. Two of the assistant coaches played their high school ball in the Northwest Suburbs and covered them in high school, both Marvin Singleton and DJ Phillips back in the day. Nick Carroll gets another section championship winning medal. Congratulations to Totino-Grace, Section 5 3A champions again in 2025. They'll play Tuesday, first round at Williams Arena. They'll find out Saturday where they'll be seated and what time they play down at the U of M. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back here from a couple of the winning players. Been watching coverage of the Section 5 AAA Boys Basketball Championship game on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Totino-Grace wins. They're back to the state tournament again. 78-52 the final against Monticello. Back at St. Michael Albertville High School, John Jacobson with 3 winning Eagles players, and we'll start with Dothan Jatambola. Congrats, first of all, on the win. Was it like to get back to state again?
I mean, it's nothing new for us. You know, we got to look back at the past, and you know, it's not just for us. It's for the guys in the past, and you know, I'm just glad we can go back again and do it again for sure.
A little scary early on, right? I mean, they really came out and played strong. What was the message at first time out from Coach Carroll?
We knew we were going to come into a dogfight. That first time out, he was just telling us you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to settle in. And we did just that in the second half. So I think we did good.
You got contributions from a lot of guys like Hines in the first half came in for Hill when Malachi got a third foul and thought hit some big baskets. And you're tied by halftime. Did you feel pretty confident at that point? Like, okay, we're kind of a slow half. We'll be okay.
Yeah. When I got that ball and I threw it to Jay Hines for that three, I was confident we were going to win this one for sure. I'm glad from our bench guys that they came in and really helped us and get this big win that we got today. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it.
How about the second half? You guys seem to be doing really well. Was that your best half of basketball this season? Or right up there anyway?
It was definitely right up there. Chase Wiley, that's all I got to say, man. And the bench guys, too, they came in, they were ready to play. Like I told them before the game, you got to come in and keep the same energy and know what you're going to do on the court. And they did just that.
Well, congratulations. Good luck next week at State. Chase Wiley, big second half for you, and congrats, senior captain. What does this mean to you?
It's really a blessing. Play with my guys. Hopefully we can take another state chip home. That's the goal. Yes, sir.
How about the first half in Monticello, like I was talking to Dothan about? Really came out strong. Their crowd was into it, and then all of a sudden you're down early, which I'm sure you're not used to being down by 10 points at any point in the game.
Yes, sir. Just like Dothan said, we knew it was going to be a dogfight. We knew they was going to have a crowd. They was going to be hype. But if we stay together, play hard, I feel like we come out the dub, and we did that tonight.
You go back to the state tournament. You've been there before. How much does that experience help you guys?
It's a blessing seeing the people before me play, and then now I just step in, give my chance to shine, and hopefully I can do good for Totino-Grace.
Sorry, what was the message at halftime? Was it attack? I mean, so you guys were in attack mode right from the start of that second half. You and Malachi just getting to the rim right off the bat.
Yeah, the message was just play defense, attack. We knew we were going to be good, but when Jay Hine hit that three in the corner, we knew that was like a momentum change, and we was going to come out harder.
I know you're playing in college, but how much you've enjoyed this time with these TG guys?
I always enjoy my guys. I love my guys. They support me. I support them. So, yeah, I love that.
Good luck next week at State.
Thank you.
Another senior captain, Will Ferris, congratulations on the win. Another section championship. Probably never gets old, right?
No, it's great coming back here and just having a good competition. Monticello, it was a team that we had to prepare for really well. We knew that they'd bring the whole city there with them, and you know we just had to go at it a certain way every day to kind of get where we had to be right now, and it just paid off for us in the long run.
And all of you contributed to that quick second half start. I feel like you had a couple rebounds, all your baskets came in the second half. Did you feel like, okay, we're going to be able to do this when you got everybody going?
Oh yeah. At the half, it was kind of like 0-0 game. Just don't panic. We did all that work defensively to kind of get it back to a tie game. So we just knew we had to just punch them right in the throat when we came out in the second half. We had to just move the ball, get our offense going, and the rest will take care of itself on the defensive end. And it just worked out really well for us.
I mentioned this late in the game that even though a lot of you have state tournament experience, for some of these guys, this was their first section final. How big was that to give them that experience, and now they know what it's like to win this section, and they'll go to their first state tournament next week?
No, it's good for them to kind of get that perspective and get that feel for some of the freshmen on the bench, because in their future they're going to be next year one of the same days going back at this court and competing for section championship, going to the state tournament. So it's good for them to see the atmosphere, what it's like, and just what it takes every day, like a no days off mentality. Like we go at it every day, and that's, if you want to be in the state tournament, you need to go at it every day, go at each other. You guys are teammates, but in the practice, when you're practicing against each other, it's war. It's war. When you're on the court, you're brothers. On the practice floor, it's war. And when you come out, these freshmen come out next year and they're on the court contributing, they'll know what it's like.
Final question, what does it take to win 3 more games next week?
Just perseverance, battle through the hard stuff. We got 3 really good games coming up. It's going to take a lot of our mental effort to try and get through some of the humps we're going to experience along the way, because they will happen. But I have no doubt that the way that we prepare, I think we'll get it done.
Well, enjoy this one. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Totino-Grace Eagles headed back to the state tournament again. 78-52 winners tonight against Monticello. For Greg Miller and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for joining us. Totino-Grace back to the 3A tournament. Good night from St. Michael Albertville High School.